Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, Delta Force just revealed their second season called Starfall. We have a lot to cover in this video, so do all the stuff, like the video, subscribe to the channel, blah blah blah. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to join the Discord and swing by the Twitch streams as I stream every single day. Those links will be in the description. So as I mentioned, this new season for Delta Force is called Starfall, and the season start date for this is January 20th, 2025. This season includes a new battle pass, a full Black Hawk Down campaign, more maps, weapons, a new operator, mini modes, all the things you'd expect from a new season of a game. The Black Hawk Down campaign is actually going to be really interesting. I believe you have to pay for it separately. It is not attached to the regular game of Delta Force, but it is a full-fledged campaign. It will be significantly different from the rest of Delta Force. I'm kind of interested to see how that plays out. But moving on to the things that people actually care about, the new maps. I am actually pleasantly surprised to see they're adding 4 new maps total in this season. I thought we were only getting 1 new map per mode, but it looks like, according to their website, we'll be getting 2 new Havoc Warfare maps and 2 Operations maps. The Havoc Warfare maps are called Trainwreck and Knife Edge, and the Operations map are called Zero Dam and Space City Broken Bridge. I managed to find some footage of these new maps from their developer livestream, and they mentioned that Knife Edge for Havoc Warfare is actually an infantry-only map. And if you take a look at the background footage here, I did find some footage. They actually go through some placing some assets on the map, and the level designer himself that made the map was the person talking about it on the stream. So I think it's really cool how Delta Force is pretty direct with how they communicate. But as you can see, this area does look to be very, very CQC, very intense fighting, and I'm sure the new operator, which we'll get to a little bit later in the video, will be a massive problem in this map. They also did show the second Havoc Warfare map called Trainwreck, and the level designer for this map did mention that there are a lot of destructible environments. This is an infantry and vehicle map, whereas the first map that I discussed is only infantry. She mentioned these sectors have a lot of things to destroy, so you can sort of just drive tanks through barriers, and I think a lot of the buildings you can also blow holes in as well. So I imagine this map that you're looking at in the background right now will be completely unrecognizable by the end of the match, because everything should be blown up. Moving on to the new operator that is being featured in Season 2. If you don't know about it, the operator's name is Sineva, or Sineva, and this operator is going to be a massive, massive problem, okay? First of all, his tactical gear trait is that he has this, quote, total armor system that protects him from explosives. He has a grapple gun that can grapple teammates as well as enemies, and he has a shield that he can use to bash enemies to death, on top of the fact that he can place razor wire on the ground that restrict enemies' movement, and if that wasn't enough, when he's not using his shield, it is put on his back so that he can only be shot in the back of his legs. Everything else should be covered. So I'm not sure about you guys, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about this new operator. In my personal opinion, I think this is just going to be an absolute nightmare to experience playing against, and I don't really think this is a wonderful addition to the game. However, there are some very welcome additions in this season, and that is along the lines of the new weapons. So we have the SR-9, which is the new submachine gun, we have the QCQ-171, which is a marksman rifle, and we have a new light machine gun, finally, that is the QJB-201. Hopefully these new weapons are worth using compared to the existing counterparts that are already in the game, but that isn't it because we are also receiving some new gadgets. The Assault class is getting a new high explosive grenade launcher, and the Support class is getting a brand new smoke grenade launcher as well. It is worth noting that there are more things coming in Season 2 that they didn't seem to mention in the developer livestream, or maybe I just skipped over it or I couldn't find it in the developer livestream, but remember we're having thermal sights added to the game, and the big concern with the thermal sights is that they see through smoke, and as of right now it does appear they can see through smoke. If you caught my video from a couple days ago, I demonstrated via actual footage of someone playing the new season in China. Thermal sights appear they can see through smoke, but for whatever reason, people keep commenting that they can't. So I suppose we'll just wait and see who is correct. I certainly hope that I'm actually wrong. I hope that I'm wrong and that the thermal sights that they're adding in this Season 2 cannot see through smoke, because that would be catastrophic for the game. But some other stuff that is coming in Season 2 is listed on this 2025 Delta Force roadmap that shows all of the seasons and their plans moving forward for the entire year. Some of the things listed on here are incredibly vague, but we can see that the first season of 2025 features quote-unquote player mobility extension. Some people have been telling me that they are planning on adding a dolphin dive to the game, and this is probably what they're talking about in that specific line there. Then you can see in Season 2, they are giving us night versions of existing maps. So you people that love night maps, hey, in Season 2 of Delta Force, here they come. But another important thing to pay attention in the second season of 2025 is they are, quote, improving environmental destruction. That is a big talking point with Delta Force, particularly in Havoc Warfare. Some people are not satisfied with the amount of destruction that is in the game. So for those of you that are worried about that, it looks like that's on their radar. Then taking a look at the third and fourth seasons here, there aren't really many interesting things that are very specific, but I will point out that, quote, player mobility extension is mentioned in both season 3 and 4. And if the Dolphin Dive ends up being the player mobility extension for the first season, I wonder what they're planning on doing for the third and fourth season. What are they going to do? Add a wall run? Is this going to turn into Titanfall? And then the last piece of information that I will mention in this video is the fact that Shadow put out this statement that talks about them delaying the mobile release of Delta Force. I already know what some people are thinking. What about the console release? Unfortunately, there was no information that they provided about the console release. They did not provide a release date. They didn't say the console release was delayed. So we kind of don't know what's going on with the console release. We just have to stick with the assumed plan that they're going to release the game in Q1 2025, and I guess that is within the next 2 or 3 months. But this statement regarding the mobile version delay says that they are planning on launching it in the summer of 2025. And the mobile version is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. I know maybe a lot of people that watch my content don't play it, but mobile gaming is a massive industry. It has insane interest, and it is arguably larger than the PC and console version of the game. So the mobile version getting delayed is probably a result of them wanting to get it right, but we'll have to see how this plays out. In terms of my thoughts on the content, taking a look at the roadmap, it doesn't look to me that this game is going to be receiving a ton of content. It seems like it's going to be a slow drip feed if you only play one version of the game. Like if you only play Operations, if you only play Warfare, it's going to feel like the game is receiving barely any content. But I suppose if you're playing both modes, it'll feel like you're receiving a normal amount of content, if that makes sense. Overall, I am underwhelmed with the amount of content that Delta Force is getting, and I would like to see some balance changes. I want to see some patches that address some existing issues with the game. I'm sure those are coming, but I would love to hear about them, especially if one is coming with the Season 2 update. I'm sure there will be patch notes, and I will obviously be covering those. But I have to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, aside from the new maps and the new weapons that are being added in Season 2, I'm really not looking forward to playing against this brand new operator, and if the thermal sights can see through the smoke, I'm not looking forward to playing against that as well. So that is going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely subscribe to the channel because tomorrow's video is going to be me interviewing Shadow, the game director of Delta Force, yet again, and I asked him about skill-based matchmaking or MMR matchmaking. I did try to ask some heavy hitter questions, and let's just say the answers were less than ideal. So definitely subscribe to the channel. You're not going to want to miss that video tomorrow. Swing by the streams. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Time for the gavel!